Audio forms are waiting. Oh fuck. The audio waves are forming.
I can feel it.
Okay, let's us get into position. Where's my phone?
Everybody get into character.
I don't know where my phone is. I never know where my phone is nowadays.
That's not nowadays. Back in my day,
Back
I
in
always
my
knew where my
day.
phone was. What the fuck is that device in the
Sorry,
corner?
I'm just shifting around a lot. So I guess
Hey guys.
we're finally starting this.
Finally is a great word because I've been teasing this to all
I was gonna
everybody
say,
that I know. And
because
they're
I
like,
feel
when's
like
it
if
coming?
you don't know the context of me saying finally, it'll make no sense because it's like, well, it just came out. But it's because we originally, I guess we should get into the tea of
Yeah,
the whole like
our past, our history.
yeah. Well, originally it started with. Well, I'll give a background. Okay, I'll go into the background.
Oh
of,
wait, by the way, I'm Boots.
Oh right, yeah.
Hey,
Hey, I'm Elliot.
I'm Connor, but Boots is better. I like that.
Yeah, and this is.
It's a joke.
But is it? I literally forgot the name for a second.
Of course.
I like blanked and I thought violating community guidelines.
No, I always just call
We're
it
not
community
even 3
guidelines.
minutes in and I've already referenced Brittany.
No,
and Sarah.
per as we should.
Anyways, what I was saying was, I think I can go. I'll go into like what I mean by finally, and then you can go into the actual history of the other,
Work.
the other pieces of work.
Not pieces of work. Go on, she
But-
was a piece of worker.
But the reason I was saying finally is because originally this was supposed to be started. We were supposed to.
I have the date right here in
Do
our
you
little
actually?
journal.
Yeah.
The day that we started writing about it in that coffee shop was the 1st of February 2022.
Oh my god.
It
And
is
it's
now May 6th.
May 6th, 2022. I think originally though, like we actually recorded like 3 episodes at my house because that's where we're recording this. But the way we like, I had to get like, we had to get like different equipment basically because the way it was like mic'd up was just like really weird, and there was like weird
Issues.
interference with the audio, and it sounded horrendous and scary. And
But 'tis all solved now.
but it was funny because we made the like, we've made the art and whatever for it, and we made the like Instagram account to promote it. We were like, recording coming soon, bitch.
so true.
4
so
weeks of dead
true.
silence.
No, actually, I
0.
forgot
And
about
it's
that.
funny because our bio, check out the Instagram. I think it's a joke pod on Instagram.
Probably.
You-
I don't
Listen,
have.
go
I can't
find
check.
it.
Go-
Go
so
find it if
true.
you're interested. No.
If you care.
But we'll link it in wherever we can. But I think it's a joke pod, and literally on the like the only thing, because we haven't posted anything yet because we haven't started it. But the only thing on the bio is just like new episodes every week, bitch. Not a single
Does it say
episode.
that?
We said we promised and we'll lie, and we'll do it
Does it
again.
actually say that?
It
That's
says
so funny.
tune in every week for a new episode. Bitch, what week? What episode? Nothing's
Where?
happening.
Where am I
But I
tuning
guess
in?
this week, because
Hey,
by the time you're
guys.
listening to this, so yeah, getting back to what I was saying is that's what I meant by finally, is because we accidentally were supposed to do this like a month ago,
So true.
and then we
A month ago, as if February was last month.
No, that was when we started, but we recorded like,
Girl, we were recording in February.
oh wait, February's 3 months ago. Fuck, we
Yeah,
were
so
supposed to do this a
true.
long time ago anyway, and
Feels
but
like decades.
better late, better late than never.
Better out than in. I always say.
Yeah, so that's what I wanted to say about the finally thing. But we're here finally
So true.
for
we're
anyone
out here.
who is even interested, anyways.
No, because the certain people will know what the finally means.
Yeah, and honestly, for us, it's just for us, really.
Yeah, so true.
But
I think this podcast is for us.
I think you have to do, when you're doing any kind of art, you have to do it for yourself first and foremost.
I'm going
for
to
your
be
creative inner
soul-searching.
child.
I'm going to be making my mantras, and I'm going to be soul searching and discovering myself.
My mantras. Oh yeah, but I suppose you can go into like the whole
So
the
like
bigger
okay,
like history of
The
like why
bigger
we
history.
started this. I suppose
everybody, I want you to get a blank canvas in your mind, okay? And like whip out your painter's brush and just start painting as I talk. Picture it: glitz, tits, glamour. Me and Elliot in one of the busiest periods of our life. We're like, let's make a fucking podcast, and it was called On Another Planet. And listen, we did it, and it kind of served. It ate.
No,
a
it
little bit.
served. And for context, what he's saying the busiest period of our life is we're both
Exam
20.
season bestie,
We're both
but, like, for
20
the
now.
full 2
Oh my god, we're
years.
both 20 finally. Because Connor just turned 20 recently, and basically when we
It was the wise Billie Eilish who famously said, "I'm getting older."
yeah, but I think when we started our podcast originally, I don't think we were even. I wasn't even. We
I
weren't
was-
even 18. We were 17.
Yeah, I was 17.
we were both 17. It was in our final exam year of
It was in August
school.
2019.
2019, and we said, oh, we have the biggest exam of our life coming up.
Mhm.
Let's do a weekly podcast.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it was kind of crazy
So
how we managed to pull it
challenging.
off.
It was so difficult.
Because we also lived, obviously we were 17, neither of us like drove, neither of us still can drive.
Ew, drove is a word. What the hell?
Drove is a word.
Sorry, that like hit ugly in my head. I was like, yuck.
But neither of us could drive, and we both lived also extremely far away from each other.
Like,
so literally
distant.
Connor had to come over to my house like every 2 weeks because we had like no time every like second weekend, and then we'd have to record 117,000 episodes.
We'd have to record literally a million episodes in the one, and we had these episodes called Dizzy Cast, but they were just an excuse to put up an episode when we were fucking drained.
But
and there was,
also now
like,
this podcast every episode is
it's
like a
just gonna
dizzy
be
cast
dizzy.
because we were just like, we're quirky. But you know what, we fucking pulled that shit off
We did,
because it was
kinda
actually
sickening.
looking back on it. I mean, listen, was it gonna win awards? No. Maybe the wrong awards, but
world's worst.
world's worst. But it was honestly, it kind of slayed for the time. So basically, that, like Connor was saying, that was called On Another Planet.
For the era that we were in, we were giving. We were
were
giving.
giving. So basically,
But now that I'm a big, full, large woman now.
yeah, now we've gone through a lot more
We've been
more
through
life
some
experience, which sounds funny when you're like
6 years
17
old.
to 20. It's like, really? No, trust me.
No, as in like seriously.
In this world, in this age,
In this economy.
in this pandemic-ridden world,
I forgot about
post-pandemic-ridden world, if you will.
Sincerely, the other day, I actually forgot the COVID. Why did I say that like I'm Scottish? I said the other day.
The other day.
I forgot that COVID-19 was an actual thing. I
Yeah,
fully
because
forgot
we're
that
like
happened.
finally actually like kind of in the place where it's just like, yeah,
Gord, when was the last time you heard that somebody had COVID?
actually kind of recently.
Oh,
But it was just Sarah. It was a
I mean in real life. In real
Oh.
life, as though I meant like. In
well, it's
your
a person
real
I
life.
follow on the internet, Sarah Shower. Go check her out, Sarah and Brittany.
Golden
If you don't
Shower.
know about, I hope that like if we do get a demographic for this, it's the
It's
people
Brittany
who
and
do
Sarah's
listen to
demographic.
Brittany and Sarah,
We just take their fans.
stealing from queer people and
Violating community guidelines.
violating their community guidelines.
Not us promoting them. Be like, go listen to that one instead.
This is just gonna be a recap episode. We just
Oh my
recap each
God.
of their episodes.
That's such a good idea.
But
Let's have a podcast on the side as well.
but yeah, sorry. So continue. I think you were saying. I think that was kind of it. It's just like
Yeah, we had another podcast. It wasn't very good, but it was good.
it was good for what
was a
we could
moment.
do.
People enjoyed
Also,
it.
like we have like proper equipment now, but like, if you think about it, we were using. I think we were using two 20-euro USB mics plugged into my laptop,
Yeah, girl, and they were crickety cracketing.
and the intro
Fine.
music was. I made the intro music.
It was good,
and
but it was cursed.
It was good, but it was cursed because I'd not good at recording equipment. But now we've much better equipment, so it's like we're bringing the talent and we're bringing the fierce diva, but with also more equipment.
I thought you were going to say with more cunt.
With more content, we're bringing.
We're bringing
just
divas cunt.
charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent. We're just nerve.
No, we just
have the gall.
nerve, the cheap nerve, the gall, the audacity, the gumption.
But
This, I guess, is just like an introductory episode. I
yeah,
suppose.
for sure.
To
I
be
don't think
like,
we're gonna.
"Hey!"
I suppose we can also explain like that's what's good about this being an introductory episode is we'll probably just explain a lot of like what we, hope to do or what the stuff that we want to do and like that kind of a thing.
I want to win a BAFTA.
I just
Watch us somehow win a fucking BAFTA for this podcast.
but it's like in the,
The
most
UK will
twisted
say,
way.
"Oh my god!"
It's like best supporting actress.
Sarah Paulson just got nominated for Best Supporting Actress for American Horror Story 10. Period.
Bitch, about time. Has she got nominated for that before?
For sure. She has to have been. It's
Yeah.
Oh, come on. It's Sarah Paulson. Girl, she was in
Crying,
The
bawling,
Goldfinch.
screaming.
She was in The Goldfinch with Ansel Elgort. That's a great movie, but her character was like she done it. She done it. She ate. It was good.
Slay. But what I was gonna say was, what were we even saying? Oh yeah, what we
I
want to
don't
hope. See,
remember.
this is gonna be a lot of
Backtracking.
us like talking and then the other one interrupting each other and then us trying to backtrack to what we were previously talking
So
about.
true, as we should, honestly.
But oh yeah, that's what you were saying. It's just I guess in outlining like what the whole concept of this podcast or like the stuff that we want to do. If you want to go into that a bit or like explain some of the ideas that we have, I suppose.
No, I don't want to.
And that's all.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure to tune in every week for about that. So our plan for this is kind of similar to the plan that we had for On Another Planet, where we don't necessarily have a plan, and it's just kind of like a
Yeah, it's
nice,
not like-
chill, conversational podcast.
Yeah, it's not like a themed thing or anything, but it's just like we also want to do a lot of like
fun recurring segments.
Yeah,
We
and
wanna
also
have
like
some
themed
guests
episodes. So it's not necessarily a thing like it's just I mean it's a podcast, but I feel like I don't know, maybe I'm like we're overthinking like what a podcast is, but I feel like a lot of people's podcasts have themes and
on.
stuff.
I think maybe you're overthinking what podcast, but what a podcast.
I think maybe
Qua-
you're
uh,
coming for a queer creator.
I think maybe I should.
But no, I think fuck, what was I gonna say? I think oh yeah. I think
Work.
yeah, there's not like we're not doing like a theme or anything, but it's just like it's just like a general casual fun frivolous
Like what this
endeavor.
is like it's straight
like-
up POV. You're in the corner of the room and we're
no
talking to each other.
literally, but also we will be doing like fun episodes and like games and stuff because I think it's kind of like I always love that from like Jenna and Julian's podcast where like their podcast is just it's basically just doing whatever they want, talking
Literally,
about
yeah.
whatever they want, doing whatever they want.
I
That's
can't
pretty
wait
much
to
this
find
podcast.
out what your fursona what's fursona? What your
Oh
fursona
yeah,
is.
we're definitely gonna do a fursona quiz coming up soon.
I
So
already know.
stay tuned
I already
for that.
know exactly
I've
what
never
I'm gonna
done
be.
it.
I'm gonna be a winter fox.
I don't know anything about.
I'm gonna be a
fursona,
winter
so
fox,
don't
but I
know.
want to be a wolf.
Yeah, you think you're the wolf, but you're truly just the winter fox.
Oh wait, is it
and
'cause a
I'm
twink?
like the shaking, crying chihuahua that like snaps at people.
No, you're the feral, anxious energy of the ferret.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah,
literally.
purr.
But yeah. So like it's just gonna be kind of different. Like, not you cracking your knuckles into the camera.
Sorry,
The
into
camera. It's a microphone. It's just gonna be like different things. Like week to week, but like some episodes might be like themed on like just it could be like a topic that we want to talk about or like some game we want to play or like just something like that.
A
I know we're
filthy,
also gonna have
dirty
like
mind
segments
game.
on it. Probably not on this episode because it's like the first one because we have to sort out what one. But we want to do like a reoccurring like wheel of weekly segments.
Like I said, our plan is no plan.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
But it, like,
listen,
see, what we're gonna do is we're gonna plan it like the day before, and then we're like, okay, let's
Absolutely.
do it.
and listen, it's gonna be an honest,
Exciting.
raw, real podcast.
This is me at my most vulnerable.
And it's gonna be you're gonna come along with us and you're gonna watch us and learn with us and grow with us.
I don't like you're gonna come along with us and you're gonna watch us. Who'd I sound like right there? I sound like a drag queen.
You sound kind of like
Not Crystal Method though.
no, not Crystal Meth. You sound like
Gia Gunn.
yeah, or more accurately, Katya and Trixie's portrayal of Gia Gunn.
So true. So true.
But yeah. So I feel like that's the kind of like main like outlines of what it is. I suppose I don't know if
I suppose. And I think the trajectory that we just want to go in is for just us to have fun.
yeah. I mean, literally, like what else?
Zero restraints. You
Yeah,
know,
like no
super chill.
rules. Like I think it's literally just because we've been. I suppose we should also give background on like our relationship to each other because we also haven't said that. But it's obviously kind of obvious that we're
uncles.
uncle
We're each
cousin.
other's uncle cousins.
We're acquaintances by force.
We're staff at the same place.
We bumped into each other on the street.
Yeah. You asked me for a rollie and some skin.
No, we've been like best friends for how many years now? 4.
I don't know.
I think it has been 4.
I met you in
Besties for
TY.
4.
I think it was 4
That
years.
was, yeah, because TY
No,
was
girl,
2017.
That's been 5 whole years.
It's 4.
Oh,
well, it's
almost,
like 4.5.
almost 5 years.
It's like 4 and 4 months or whatever. I'm a liar. It's like 4.5 ish.
Yeah, girl.
But like we only
we-
met in like December of that year, and then we only started becoming like more good friends in the
Thinking
like,
about
few
the times when I was talking to you, but we weren't friends, and then you saw me walking down the ramp in school, crying into my teacher's arms.
Yeah, before I knew. Yeah, because I think we both knew like who each other was, but like just never. We were never in the same circles
So true.
until we were.
So true. Until we were.
Because I knew of you, and also a weird fact about us is because we weren't obviously friends before, I think, 2017 when we were like 16 in our like 4th year of like secondary school, but before that we also ended up like making our confirmation together, which is such a
Yeah.
weird coincidence.
Like
'cause
how many years
both of
before?
our
Like
schools,
8 years before.
and I do remember your twinkie ass up on that altar being like,
My
la, 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 la.
shepherd is
Yeah,
the
literally.
Lord.
Serving everything.
He didn't. Girl, I was singing church hymns with somebody at work yesterday. I can't remember who it was. Oh my god, it was Christ be before me.
Not
I can't remember what the
Christ be
context
before
was
me.
though.
But yeah, that's like a weird. It was just such a weird coincidence. But then I think it was the thing where we always knew, who each other.
I've always
was.
thought my tether to you. I knew something was
I just
pulling
thought
me
you
in the
were a
right
freak.
direction. Oh my god.
I just thought you were a fag and a freak.
Jesus, call me a fag.
I can say it. I have a gay friend, but
I have a gay friend.
you.
I'm an ally. I can say it.
Imagine if I just cosplayed as a straight person for this whole. I
think
only
we
started
should.
now after saying like serve slay like 17 times.
Wig
in the last-
period. The house down. Boots. G a gun.
Sorry, took me a second to process all that.
You're so welcome.
But what I was gonna say was, oh yeah, the first thing I remember actually, I always remember this moment, I guess, because it was like the start of something, the start of something
new.
Yeah. I just like trailed
Somebody
off.
at work told me she never saw High School Musical, and I wanted to fucking kick her into the throat. Go on.
Anyways, I was gonna say, oh yeah, I remember this moment like so clearly. Was the first time like we started talking properly, or the first time I remember I like seized my opportunity was because we were
First
in
time you seized me.
physically, we were in art class and you were talking
About
bit of an outdated like
something-
creator.
yeah.
Keep in mind we weren't in the know at the time when we were teenagers and
This
whatever.
was all before like the
Yeah, this
huge
was before
controversy
everything.
went
But
down.
basically, they were talking about Shane Dawson.
We were talking
Um,
because I think
You and your like friend group
I was
at the
talking about
time.
Shane Dawson with
Yeah.
somebody, and then Elliot heard, and he was like, "Oh my god, bestie, I watched Shane Dawson too."
Yeah, and I remember because it's so funny because I remember like in my head it was the thing where I was like, oh my god, this is like a good chance to like pivot
Slide
into this
in.
friend group.
See if you can get that dick and
Yeah.
go.
Oh,
The age of 16.
Not that, not legal. But I think that was my thing where I was just like, oh, this is my chance. So I was like, oh, I know him too, and I think that's when we started talking.
Mhm.
And
And immediately from that day, we were like,
yeah, I don't even know how we got like.
it was literally that we
I
just
don't
like
remember like
no,
how
it's because when that
fast
class
it
ended,
took.
when that class ended, it was our big break, and we just like kept on talking to each other for big break, and then we sat next to each other because it was Irish after that, and we sat next to each other.
God,
And
I
that's
don't
how it
remember
all
that.
began.
I just remember that one moment, but I forgot that happened as well. That's what I was saying. I'm trying to remember like how long did it take us to become? I feel like it didn't take
It
us.
took us a minute.
Yeah,
it
because I
took
do
me a
remember
minute
it being
'cause I
like
was, like-
casual, like
Yeah,
friends.
yeah. It was like
For,
we were
like, a
kind of like
minute.
mutuals because you knew Abby, right?
Yeah,
Or
I
am
knew
going
Abby,
crazy?
but I wasn't like or one of her besties from school, Abby.
Hey girl, hey.
Hey Abby. I think at the time I only like knew her kind of mutually as well. I wasn't like that as close to her, but I think
It
we
was
both
actually
knew her.
kind of
No, it
weird
was
'cause-
Kian as well.
Yeah, so it was some of your friends were friends with some of my friends,
Yeah.
and then we just happened to be like sitting close to each other in art, and you
Yeah,
were
like
like,
we were in like
God.
kind of overlapping friend groups because there was a lot of people who knew each other,
Mhm.
and
I
then
mean, obviously we're all in the same fucking
yeah,
class.
exactly. But yeah, and I think then I ended up just like sking
You
into
fell in
your
love with
friend
me
group.
on the spot.
Never couldn't.
Aww.
Um, but I was gonna say something. Oh, funny question. I want to ask because I definitely have asked you before, but I'm just gonna ask you again for the sake of entertainment purposes. So, oh yeah, we're both obviously queer.
What?
I think.
Last
I'm
time
gonna
I
retract
checked.
that. No, I'm kidding. Because I'm bi and you're something.
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
I'm something or other.
No, you could say what you are.
I'm a male who likes males as well as everybody
Just say
else, I
you're pan.
guess.
Why did you say you're bad?
I don't know.
He's attracted to pots only.
Every single time that I say that I'm pan and someone's like, "Oh, so you like pots and pans?" I'm never like, haha, so funny. I always make them scared, and I'm like, yeah, sometimes like a wooden spoon, and then I take it further, and I'm like, yeah, like an electric whisk, like a coffee bean grinder.
Yeah. But
a
basically,
nice
obviously.
burning stove in my pussy. Like,
Oh my god. Obviously, if you couldn't tell from the first 20 minutes of us just abusing.
abusing the English language, I'd say.
Abusing the English language and just any
wasting the oxygen.
yeah, that we're obviously both like queer. And what I was
Oh
going
wait,
to
hold on.
ask.
As if there's any oxygen in this room. Sorry, sorry.
Apparently, the room we're recording in
The
right
ro-
now is
it
really
is
warm, but I don't feel
Sweltering in
it.
here. I'm sweating.
I don't feel it, but it's because I'm used to it because it's at my house. But Connor hasn't been here that.
She's
Connor doesn't come here
acclimatized.
that often because we're always both busy.
I don't come here often.
Sorry. But I was gonna say was, oh yeah, how long because you obviously knew of me before, but like when we started talking, were you like in your head? Were you like, no, that's a fag if I've
Yeah.
ever seen one?
Mm-hmm. Listen. My gaydar has always been so good.
Yeah, my gaydar
You
is
know
pretty
that.
good as well.
Like you've seen my gaydar at
Yeah.
its finest.
Your
and,
gaydar is like pinpoint accurate.
It's so funny, and the second that I laid eyes on you. But it was because as well you were like, oh my god, I watched St. Austin too, and I was like, oh, so you're gay.
And I probably was duck walking. I was like, yes.
Not kikiing, not
Me
voguing
thinking
down
I'm
through
like
room 1.
me thinking I'm acting like straight, and then me probably like voguing into the room.
Me kikiing into Miss Murphy's therapy office.
Me death dropping into air class, being like, "You watching Dawson? Yeah."
Being like, we're making mandalas today.
But yeah, I just thought it was so funny because I came out. You were out for like
Of the closet.
of the closet. Well,
So we had a bit of an issue right there, but we're back.
it wouldn't be on brand at all if
No, it wouldn't be.
It went
Listen, because we were talking
well.
about chaos. It wasn't recording, but we were talking about chaos, and of course it had to strike us.
Oh my god. I think it like the thing just like disconnected and it stopped recording like 10 minutes ago. So
Which
you didn't
is
miss
so
much because we
true.
were just talking about bullshittery, and I think we were actually it kind of was the saving grace because we ended up getting interrupted anyway.
Yeah,
And
we
then we
ended
were
up
also
getting
just talking
interrupted, and
about-
I was like in a really weird mental cloud where I just couldn't form sentences.
But I think what I was last saying was just about
You're gay.
unfortunately no, but I came out of the closet when I was 17, but you were out for ages like before that, and you were kind of like known around the school.
Yeah.
Not known for being gay, but it was known that you were.
No, but I also was just like known for being gay because there wasn't
That
a lot
was
of
your
out people
personality
at our
trait
school.
because
No,
like
that was my personality trait. I
because
was like,
that's what everyone was like, gay. Oh
Yeah.
ooh, gay.
it's so it's so funny though because I didn't get bullied about it until maybe 2 years after I came out because like people knew, and then they were like, oh wait,
Wait, we missed this opportunity.
hold on, let's backtrack. Fag.
But I
Remembering
think-
the first day of school when somebody picked me up and put me into a bin.
Oh my god.
Those bins were massive and I was tiny.
Yeah, we were
I
both
had to
tiny
like
when we came.
I had to like fucking scale the bin to get out.
You had to fucking use rock climbing gear to get out of the bin.
Ooh, I'm finding I think I found my headphones that I lost last time I was here.
Really?
I'm like fucking finger banging the couch.
Oh
I
my
was,
god.
I was gonna say I'm finding treasure. Oh, I pushed it farther away.
Well, Connor may have just found his headphones.
That's
I guess while he
sickening.
was fucking
Okay, work because I was looking for those.
giving
today.
the gluck to on my
Giving
couch.
this- giving the gluck. Anyways,
But I can't even remember what we were talking about. I think we were just talking about how we were
yeah, that
like
we were
friends and whatever, and how we met. But yeah, so we're both obviously queer. Yuck. Am I right? Am I right?
Am
ladies?
I right, ladies and
But,
gays? Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Yeah. So I think when even subconsciously, because I was so like probably in denial and like internalized homophobia at the time that I was like no, but I think subconsciously even I was like I'm gonna
that's what you
gravitate
were
towards this
saying.
person
Yeah.
because they're faggy, and I secretly also am.
Faggy.
Yeah.
Yes. I was talking about my gaydar as well.
Oh yeah.
When it wasn't recording, it's always on point. And the second that you opened your damn muff,
That's what I was talking about. Yeah.
the second your muff opened, I was like, homosexual. A fucking, I can't remember what I was gonna say. Here's what Lady Gaga. There's like
Well-
a compilation of her telling people that they're gay.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
But,
Shocked she wasn't talking about how she's Italian, but like, not me reading Queen Mother, as if I'm not a little monster. Reading Mother, Dearest
my
Diva
God.
Lady.
Also, we have such a, well, I have such a good view, like when I'm recording this, because where we are, in my house, I have like this big.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah, I have like this big massive like window view out, and
Bitch, there's a castle over there.
yeah,
What the fuck? How have I never seen that castle?
I don't know. I guess you've just never seen it.
It's a beautiful landscape. It's so green. Listen, it's Ireland, so there's cows and it's green, and there's water and it's gorge.
Yeah, stunning countryside.
This sky is
So
beautiful
it's kind of a
today.
sleigh for recording because I'm just like looking out at. I keep like looking at you and then I just get distracted because I'm just like
And you just
pretty.
start daydreaming.
Landscape pretty.
The Carpenters start playing in the background, and you can't hear me talking at all. What's that one Carpenter song from the Simpsons movie? It's a really good song. It's not Top of the World. That one's from Shrek 4.
I don't know. I haven't seen the
Oh,
Simpsons movie.
on
in
the
ages.
day that you were born, the angel.
Oh, yeah,
What's
yeah.
that song?
Oh, I love that song. Fuck, what's it called? Close to You.
Close to You. That's so good.
I love that song. Anyways,
So guys, hi.
but I can't remember really if I wanted to say anything about anything, but yeah. So that's where like we met, basically,
That's how we became Fish Fierce Women together.
and
And because of that, we're enlightened. We are traumatized, scared, upset, hurt, burning, but
Yeah.
also living, laughing, and loving.
In words of Madeline,
The three states of
person-
matter. The three states of what matter.
Three states
Live,
of what
laugh, and love.
matters. Live, laugh, and love. The constant Brittany and Sarah recap show that this podcast is. Oh my god, why
Sorry,
are
I'm
you
really
still finger
hyperfixated
banging
on
the
getting-
couch?
I'm trying to get out my headphones because I have them in my grip, but there's like not enough space for me to get my hand out now.
Oh my god, just pull it out.
I'm trying, girl. I can't get it out.
Oh my god. While he gets that out, I'm gonna bring us to our first sponsor. Imagine if we already had sponsors. We just came in with like Nike sponsorships.
Sponsored by-
Nike is not our demographic.
Nike? Sorry, I'm having a panic attack.
Oh my god. He's like
so
I wish you could see this. He's like elbow deep into the fucking lining of the
I'm
couch.
sweating so much. I got it.
Jesus.
My life has changed.
Is that they're not yours though? You don't have AirPods, did you?
I did.
Oh, I guess they are yours then.
Mhm.
That's so funny.
I'm so fucking happy. I'm so fucking happy now.
Of course you would find.
Now I can listen to my phone music. My phone music?
You
Anyways.
also have. Connor also has such a You can do it.
I'm done.
You have such a like fucking
Feral
crazy like
energy.
time with like. No, not quite. You have such a like crazy time with like coincidences. I've never met in my life someone who's more like, just like coincidence and like I can't believe that happened riddled than you. Like if
Yeah,
anything's
as
gonna
in,
like
like,
happen, that's like just so like.
Like the way I explain it to people is like the things that happen to me will only ever happen to me. Like nobody else on the
Wait,
planet.
oh my god! I think. Whoa! I just unlocked a memory actually of us on our last podcast episode. I want to see if I can remember what it was so you could talk about it. But I think we were talking about it in our last podcast and we called it the Ben effect
So true. So true. Okay, because my name is Connor Bennett.
slur.
But I slur. I have to clutch my pearls. I go by Connor Boots because I prefer that because it was my my artist tag was Boots
Yeah.
when I was younger. So I just kind of adopted that as my fun name because, bitch, if you know me in person, you're like, that's Connor Boots.
Yeah. No,
Of course
you've
his name
done a
is
good job
Boots.
of like rebranding yourself on a
No, like I
personal
fully
level.
rebranded myself.
Like everyone calls you like Boots.
I want to legally. Everyone calls me Boots or Bootsy, and it makes me so happy. I really want to legally change my name to Connor Boots, or at least Connor Boots Bennett. You know.
Mm.
Imagine me getting my fucking invoice from the Grammys for robbing them, and the professional legal
Your
name on it is Connor
restraining
Boots.
order from everyone at the Grammys.
Y'all, I was gonna be called Basil before I was born. My parents were gonna call me Basil, and I'm really, actually, personally affected by the fact that I was not called Basil. Basiled? Okay, work.
Basil Boots. Oh, they should have named
Basil
all.
fucking
They
Boots,
should have
right?
named all the children different
Herbs and
herbs
spices.
Yeah.
Basil, rosemary,
Rosemary. That's a name.
thyme.
Yeah, thyme. Very
Cinnamon.
like white hippie energy.
Oh, so true. What's
Um,
Ed Sheeran's child's name? Atlantic
like
Seaborn,
Atlantic
gonorrhea,
sea salt, like salt shaker.
fucking Himalayan,
Under the
pink
sea,
Himalayan
like deep
mountain
dive.
salt,
Like,
deep dive, insider scoop.
It's wild. I was gonna say. Oh, what I was getting back to is we used to call it the Ben effect on the old podcast because it's like just the amount of weird shit that always like and weird coincidences happen to Connor. But what I was talking about because I was gonna be like, oh, give an example and it unlocked a memory of. I think an example you were giving when we were talking about it on the original podcast was like, do you remember it was something about a doctor? And I remember it was such a wild like story, but I can't remember what it was. But it was about you like
Oh.
going to the doctor.
Oh my God.
You went to the doctor for certain like medication.
Yeah,
You
I
got,
went to
like,
the doctor for
completely-
migraine medication.
Yeah,
And he gave me like contraceptives or something.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or like animal like sedative or some shit.
No,
like
no, I'm
that.
sure it was just contraceptive. And I was like, girl,
Oh.
do you think I'm going to be getting pregnant? I'm 15.
he said, he said the migraines are from your lack of protective.
They said it's
sex.
labor pains. He's like, girl, I just have a fucking headache.
You're giving birth to more mental illness.
I also don't know. I had a migraine today when I woke up. I wasn't going to come down to Elliot's to film today. Because I had a migraine when I woke up. But I guess I feel fish fierce and divalicious.
Yeah.
I think seeing that person on the train cured it.
No, honestly.
Sincerely.
Also,
I had
probably
a
fresh air
wonderful
always
mag-
does wonders for the
No, girl, because I went on a
mind and
walk today.
body. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
But then I still had a migraine. Then I fell asleep.
Yeah, well, shut up.
All
My
right.
logic is right. I think it's also coming down to see me, like having me in your mind
No, it's not
really
true.
cleared it up.
I think I'm just in a great mood though because like I have my day off today because I've been working 600 hours a week for the past 700
but
years.
The working world has been
Dismal.
Does anyone? I think I'm realizing because I started a job recently. I've been working like, on and off since I was like 14 or
While
whatever.
you say this, I'm gonna go plug this in real quick.
Okay. I'll explain to you my working history in case anyone, because I know everyone's begging for it. Um, what I was getting to was I've been working on and off since I was like 14. Anyway, but it was always part time, and I only started like my first proper like full time like 5 day a week job recently, and bitch, like,
Tough puppy, dude.
and you just barely make like enough fucking money. Like I'm lucky because I don't live by like I still live with my dad. I don't live by myself, so I don't need to like pay rent. But Connor needs to pay rent, and bitch,
I
the
was
minute
literally
you
talking
work,
to that
it's
person
such a
that
cruel joke.
the person I jumped on. What the fuck? The person I bumped into on the train today. I was talking to him about rent, and because I can't remember how we segued into that conversation, but I was talking about how absolutely grim, miserable, dismal, haunting paying rent is. It is the biggest stressor of my life.
Yeah.
Although very fun, I've been really, really good the past 2 weeks with my money, so I'm actually back on track when it comes to like rent and bills and stuff.
But it's
which
crazy.
is nice.
You work like in the working world.
Constantly.
People like you. There's never a person I feel like, at least in our circles, which maybe is telling of us, we're like, I feel like just knowing that we know that's like, I'm working 5 days a week and I have so much money. I have enough money for everything. oh my god! Don't knock over the mic.
Sorry, I almost just died right there.
Don't mic over the
No, I
mic.
do be working 5 days a week. Anything between
Same. I'm
30
5.
and like 37 hours.
Yeah, I'm between.
But
the same
every
as well.
single payday, where did my money go?
No, literally tax
Where?
as well. Oh,
I have to get my taxes sorted. Apparently, I'm not getting taxed enough.
I got taxed too much, so I guess we're on opposite sides of the spectrum.
Or you can get that back.
Yeah, but not until the end. Okay, let's not get into our taxes in case the IRS from America comes after us. When the IRS comes to arrest us.
Knocks on the door and they're like, "Hello,
Hello, excuse me. Oh my god, are those blue light glasses?
bootleg."
Blue light.
These are. I'm wearing blue light.
Yeah, Connor just put on blue light glasses.
Besties. For my birthday, because it was the other day, all my favorite people in the world decided to chip in together and buy me a new iPad and an Apple Pencil, so I can do like drawings and shit like that, and I can finish my poetry book.
Slay.
But ever since I got it, I've simply either constantly been touching it, or I've been using it. So I've been wearing my blue light glasses because I don't want my eyes to fry. I'm already unhealthy.
Yeah,
enough.
I really need to like get onto that as well. I'm not like that bad because I don't really use, unless I'm like doing stuff for music.
I mean, I'm constantly on a till. Oh my god, I'm constantly using a screen because like the tills at work and stuff.
Yeah, I am sometimes, but it depends on when I am, and like the screen isn't like, it's not really blue light-esque in terms of it's not blaring, and it's like we're surrounded by like natural light because it's
So
a shopping
true, so
center,
true.
so like I don't think it matters as much then. But
Oh yeah, you're actually so right. See, but I'm always like cooped up in my room just staring at my TV or something.
yeah, what I was gonna say was,
Oh wait, real quick. Do you know those like blue light filters for your phone? Like iPhone
I
have
don't know if
the
that was a
like.
thing.
Huh?
Oh, the nighttime mode thing.
Kind of. Yeah. Does that work? Is that
I
the
don't
same
think
as
there's a
like
blue
wearing
light
blue light
filter.
glasses? There is. That's what the nighttime thing is. It like changes the hue of the screen so that it's a blue light filter.
Oh, I thought it was just making it like easier to look at.
No.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think they can filter out like all the blue light because it's all like made up of blue
Mhm.
light. I don't really know how blue light works that much, but I've gotten, I don't know where they're gone now. They've been gone for ages, but I used to have blue light glasses, and I was like, I got them, and I was like, oh my god, I look so nerdy and like hot.
You're the pick me nerd
And, like,
in every single Nicholas Sparks
No,
coming of age
literally.
novel.
And I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna use these all the time. I probably used them once for their intended use.
Every
But-
time I see the glasses that I'm wearing right now, I always think of SpongeBob, because I'd always put them on at nighttime because I used to watch before I got my TV. I used to watch all my shows on my laptop and stuff before I went to bed. So I know I would always watch SpongeBob. So I have this like really feral like energy with these fucking glasses that makes me feel like I'm lying down in my bed just watching SpongeBob. Not comfortable though. I'm just kind of like, ew, get out of bed.
Yeah. And that's all. No, I'm kidding. I like zoned out for like half of that, but I like took in most of it.
The world is so ugly without them on.
I was gonna say, oh yeah, I feel like that should bring us as well. We can give some background on like our things that we do, because you were talking about your poetry books. We both do
so
like
true.
forms of art. Because of course we're queer.
I wouldn't call what
and
you do
mentally
art.
ill. What?
I wouldn't call what you do art, but
I'd call it fart.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, because we're both very into like
I regret saying that, by the way. You're very talented.
it's fine. Imagine I took it seriously. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh my god,
excuse me?
enough. This is the end of our friendship. No, I have, because I was talking about music, because I have
He's a best-selling artist.
Imagine I was just casually a Grammy Award-winning artist. No. But
Just
I
living in the
have
suburbs.
music out on Spotify if you want to check it out.
So I'm going to say that in English because he's ashamed to embarrass himself and promote himself.
Oh my god, stop reading me.
No, it's so
I'm
true.
just awkward at
Elliot Gravina on Spotify. He has
Slay, yeah.
wonderful music. He has 2
I
tracks
just
out.
don't know how to go about it because I'm like, it sounds like
Bitch,
we're in like as not
just say
promoting
it.
myself. I'm saying in the podcast, it sounds like when we're talking about this that we're like on like a date or in an interview. Like, tell us about your hobbies.
Girl, I'm going to tell y'all about my hobbies. I have a book that y'all can buy on Amazon. It's called Cloudburst. If y'all are into
Work.
sad poetry,
Yeah,
go for that.
I have music out if you're into sad music.
It's fucking real good.
We're both very like, I guess, creative like people. But I was just gonna talk about that because I feel like it's gonna come up a lot. Or if we mention it in passing, and someone's like, I feel like if you just mention in passing that you do poetry book or write a song out, and they're like, huh?
It's so true.
I think it's
I mentioned
so funny
I mentioned
as
my poetry
well.
book at work the other day, and somebody was just like, "Hold on, wait, take a
Yeah,
step
and I
back."
think it's so funny as well because I feel like you'll relate to this as well because it's like the same energy of like because both of or like pieces of work, both of her pieces of work are like, kind of like serious and like intense or like sad or like whatever the emotion is. It's like obviously like a piece of work and it's like intense,
fully crafted.
Yeah, and it's like a serious thing. But like if you found us in this podcast, I was thinking about that. That was one of the main things that I kept thinking about when I was thinking about starting the podcast. I was like, if someone finds us like crackety crookedy on this podcast and then goes listens to like my songs, which is like the most like
that's so funny.
intense, like just like in
emotionally
your feels
challenging
things, or like read one of your poems, which is just the most like beautifully written, like in-depth shit. It's just and then you go back to the podcast and we're like,
no, literally,
like it's such a funny,
I'm fingering the couch.
Such a funny,
but like
such a funny dichotomy.
I was thinking about it in the
really
other day. I was thinking about it, but on the flip side, if somebody like saw, like, say, a fucking 50-year-old, like really, really intelligent, like put together old British lady found one of my poems and she read it and she was like, that was fucking beautiful. I'm gonna go see what else this person has to offer.
Yeah,
and
on
then
the
she
flip
found
side,
me
it's just
online
as funny as well.
Pissing shit.
Because that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, imagine if like my music or whatever like
reaches the stars.
Yeah, like if I grew like an audience with it, and then it also just like happens to have. But that's what I kind of love. That's why I've always like weirdly wanted.
That just reminded me of something actually.
To have with the, I think the podcast is like one of the things that I was kind of nervous about it, but also I was kind of like, we love a little like diversifying your like.
No, girl, we always have some project going on.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny because it's like I kind of like that you can do a best of both worlds where you can just have like this, intense, just like really serious like thing that you're pursuing as well, and that if someone found me through like my music or whatever, and they were like, oh, I really like that. I wonder what else like this person has going on for them. And then they go into the podcast and it's just me being like, you better work, you fucking stupid cunt. Like, it would be so funny. It's like the energy of Filthy Frank turning into Joji.
No, it's simply the exact same.
Which is crazy. Like,
that's literally
yeah, it's exact same track as well. Same fame, same
name, same person.
Same. Guys,
welcome to Say Joji. I live for Joji, bitch.
I've only listened to his one song that everyone knows. I haven't listened to his other music.
Slow Dancing in the Dark?
Yeah. Like, I haven't like gone and listened to his music.
All right. Oh shit, what's that one song that I really like by Joji? I was gonna tell you to listen to it right now.
Let's get copyrighted.
Oh, I forgot what it's called, but it's really good. Actually, I don't think you'd like it at all, but it's really good for me.
Well, you know what?
What you were saying something a minute ago that reminded me of I saw this. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm falling into that trap of not being able to
my
speak
throat
again.
just made a noise. I don't know if it got picked up or not, but let's
so
hope.
Both of us are in a weird place right now. No.
Yeah, I'm not. Sorry, let's just say I was gonna say preface, but it's like 37 minutes in, and it's almost at the end probably.
Mic, guys.
But I'm just so not that I'm not in the headspace that I don't want to do it because I'm excited to do it, but I don't know if we'd ever be in the headspace to do this anyway. No, so I'm just so like all over the place today.
Yeah, me too. I'm frazzled.
I'm frazzled mentally, love. So it's so funny doing this because I think it probably shows.
Yeah, I think you can tell that we're not in the right head.
But are we ever?
But listen, today I've been feeling fierce, fish, and delicious.
I mean, yeah, I got some productive stuff done today. I've just been like vibing.
Does productive count if it means I was awake at 5 o'clock this morning writing a journal entry on my iPad and then I went to sleep?
Productive, yeah.
Okay, work, but it was 5 a.m. girl. Go to bed.
Make your productivity,
Make it a part of your day.
But it's also insomnia for you,
so true.
It's not like you were choosing to stay up till 5 a.m.
Somebody at work that I work very closely with made a really funny anemia joke. Okay, wait, context. I used to have anemia and she also used to have anemia. so like we get it and it makes sense to us. But it was so fucking funny. It was off the cuff, like, and nobody knew how to react. But I was just sitting in the corner screaming.
What was it?
I can't remember. It was somebody like patted her on the back really hard, and she was like, "Sorry, I have anemia. I'm gonna bruise tomorrow."
Oh my god! Well, I've heard those jokes. You know, like that trend that was going around for a while, where I don't know if it's anemia or it's like low iron or whatever. Is that anemia?
That's anemia.
Yeah, where it's like when you
Anemic.
stand up too fast.
Yeah,
and it's like
bitch.
that filter that's just like,
That is a reality.
yeah.
That is
I mean, that can
real.
happen to you like like it can just happen to you if you stand up too fast anyway. But I think it's
So
just
true.
a thing that happens obviously
With
commonly.
anemia, it's heightened insanely, like detrimentally.
But anemia, like it's a thing. The way that this is pivoted.
Yeah, this
But I
entire
just
podcast
I need
episode
to.
is.
That's why I think that's what you were saying at the start. I can't
She's
remember if
fully
this was in
rounded.
the cutout part or not. But I think like we were saying with this podcast, we're just kind of talking what we want to talk about and doing what we want to do. So we'll be going on the tangents.
Listen, it's in the fucking description that there's going to be
I was
derailing.
gonna say. I feel like we don't need
delusion?
to explain it anyway. But
Look at the podcast art. You know
that's
exactly what to expect.
No, literally. That's what I kind of like about it though, is because I want it to be like as if you were like, I know everyone says it was a podcast, being like as if you were like in the room with us, but it's true because I feel like this
Which
is
will
how,
never happen.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you will never be in the same room as us.
You will never.
because we're barely in the same room as us.
Well, so true.
But what I was gonna say was, oh yeah, because I feel like this is just how our conversations go.
No, it is.
But what I was gonna say anyway, getting back to the anemia of it all,
Not the anemia of it all.
was with anemia. Oh yeah, anemia is like a thing. Can you just like anemia is anemia always curable if you just like get more iron, or is it like a genetic thing as well?
See, I should know that.
Because you got anemia and then you also like got like
I was taking iron supplements.
Yeah,
and
you were
shit,
taking
and
iron
and my doctor
supplements.
was treating me as though I had anemia. And I
Yeah.
was like, okay, work. Guess I have anemia. But then, like, I didn't have
because
symptoms.
I know because I'm fairly
anemia.
sure. Can't you like get it if you just don't have enough iron?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So is it a thing like people are born with as well?
I think, yeah, no, for sure. 'Cause my friend Carrie, she was born with anemia.
Anyways, that was just a question I had for the
Work.
science doctor that you are.
Mhm.
The science doctor.
Famously, I am an incredible science
Famously,
doctor.
you are the inventor of medicine.
I did invent medicine and science and evolution.
Well, listen. If
I have-
someone had to do it.
I have pictures of me inventing evolution.
You had pictures of you next to like the first fish that called on land, being like
Me taking selfies with my thumbs up.
you
being
taking
like,
the
a man.
0.5 filter selfie with the fish.
I'm like, this is a tadpole that became a human. And
You're
everyone's
going
like, sir,
I was
go
going
back to the ward.
Cave times, because y'all know they were doing
not
some.
cave time. So anemia, caveman times.
y'all know they were doing some freakity deakity shit back then.
In what sense? Sexually?
Yeah, and also
As in like fucking animals?
not even that, but just like the
I wonder
level of
how
hygiene would
large.
not be there. You know what I
Listen,
mean?
I think about that all the time because sometimes people at work will be like, I haven't had the chance to shower in 4 days and they feel like gross about it. And I'm like, hey, listen, people never used to shower and they were fine.
Yeah, I
Go
think it's
for it.
also if you only have like,
You're not minging love. You're fine.
because that's the thing. That's such a weird thing, nowadays as well. Because it's obviously like you were saying, people not used to shower as much. It's also a thing like I wonder sometimes, like obviously you do need to shower when you're going out and doing stuff, blah blah blah, keeping your body clean. But like, do you think it's one of those things, kind of like where, like a lot of things where it's just like it's how we do it now, but it's like not something what we needed to
No, for
before.
sure.
Like,
Girl,
do you
I think
really need
about
to
it like-
shower every like
Imagine
day?
going back to medieval times and
Isn't it
explaining
bad
to
for
someone
you if you like
being
shower every day
no,
anyway?
yeah, for sure. But like
That's,
imagine
like,
going
bad
back
for you
to
if you
medieval
wash your hair
times
every
and
day,
like
I think.
pinpointing someone and being like, guess what? I shower every 2 days with all of these chemicals and products.
Yeah.
And they're like, excuse me?
And, like,
I have a
it makes
wash
sense
basin
if
and a
you were-
rock.
It makes sense when you were like back in like caveman times or even industrial times with those diseases around, you were dirty. But like now, people could be like at home at their like office, going to their office job, and like, bitch, you're working on what sweat, bitch.
Hey,
you're working
right.
on like you're not
No, like I'm
rolling
gonna
in
shower
mud.
the house down
Because that
tonight.
does happen, and that's happened to me before. Because I'll be working from like 8:30 to 5:30, and I'll come home and I don't know about you, but I need to be in the mental headspace to shower. Like I have to get myself
no,
prepared.
No, see what happens is
Because I'm like, I don't want to, because it's so much effort, even though it never really is. I'm just
that's
like, I
no,
can't.
that's exactly why I do this. Like if I'm gonna take a shower, I immediately decide I'm like, cool, shower time, and then I just go for a
Yeah,
shower.
you have to do that with a shower, because I noticed that as well. Because if I'm like,
But then I get into the shower and I'm having the time.
oh yeah,
of
like
my
I'm fine once I
life.
get in there. It's just always like that's the exact
lead
thing
up
you
to
do.
it is really weird.
Yeah,
It's
always
it's
like
a weird like liminal space where I'm like, okay, I guess I'm doing this now.
it's so weird, but it's weird though because I feel like that's a thing that everyone has where it's just like it's such a weird thing because it's like I feel like it's one of the only tasks I do every day where I'm just like I don't like I just
God, there's a lot of
wanna-
tasks I do every day where I'm just like, ugh, grown.
Yeah, but like with shower, I'm just like I don't know. I'm putting out the fucking images if I don't shower regularly. I do. But
Yeah.
what I was saying originally was just that with work, like, because that person you're saying who is at work, I'm like that happens probably a lot when you're like working and you're busy and shit. But like, bitch, we're not running around killing animals with spears. Like, I think you're gonna be okay.
Now, listen, I will say for my particular position,
well,
I
depending on your
might
job,
as well
obviously,
be
as well.
running around killing animals with spears. I
You're
pretty
probably
much
gonna
am,
start running around with a spear.
but I still don't shower for 7 weeks at a time.
You season the food with your own special salt.
with my dandruff. Ew. My head
Come
and shoulders
on.
dandruff. It's snowing a blizzard. Fucking not Mr. Burns from The Simpsons. Smithers.
Smithers.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna take a delicious, fat, juicy shower tonight because I am, oh my god, filthy. I was working yesterday and I was sweating the house down Boostia gone mama, and then it's a very hot day today and I walked to the train station.
Yeah.
I sweated so much. When my friend hugged me on the way to the train station, he was very, very warm and it burnt me alive. And then I bumped into somebody who I wasn't expecting to see and I started getting all nervous and shaky and I started sweating. And then I walked here to Elliot's house while crying and I was shaking and sweating. And then I got here and I walked into the room and it was sweltering hot and I started sweating.
Yeah, I've been
not
sweating
on the same so much personally. Lately. And yes, because when I sweat, I get so uncomfortable. I'm like, ew! Ew! I hate sweating. And I've been sweating nonstop for the past 5 days straight because of work.
Yeah, that's the thing as well, because I cycle. I get where I work is I have to get a train in and then I cycle in. So I'll be after, if it's a busy work shift, I'll be like, and then I'll cycle and I'll also then just be sweating from cycling back. And I'm also just because I just have issues, I always have to no matter how
you can do this. You got this.
No, no matter how uphill the hill is or something, it's not even a thing where I'm you have to do your failure. I'm always just might as well just cycle as fast as I can.
No, actually, that's so funny because I was so to get up to Elliot's house, you have to walk up a fucking 90-degree drop.
Oh, our driveway is 180
No, not your driveway.
degree.
I mean the walkway up into the estate.
It's a lot of hills.
It's girl, hills. I was coming up here and I was like, oh, so you're gonna make me walk a fucking straight drop? I'm going to scale this mountain.
You have to.
And I was thinking,
rock climbing gear.
how in God's name do you get that
I think
delicious,
that's the second
juicy
time I've
caboose?
mentioned rock climbing gear. Sorry, I think that's the second time I've mentioned rock climbing gear, and I've never mentioned rock climbing gear before, and I've
in this
mentioned it
podcast
twice as a
episode?
joke. Yeah,
That's so funny.
me
but yeah,
using my jokes.
I was coming up to your house and I was wondering about how you get that delicious, fat, juicy caboose up that goddamn hill on your bike.
Well, I don't.
It was
usually,
the biggest stressor
it
of my
depends.
life.
Sometimes, recently as well, I've been going up the driveway on my bike because I'm insane.
No, but that's fair. Oh, God, you're
I'm
No, as in,
basically
I'm
almost
looking-
falling down.
I'm looking out the window right now and I cannot see the road below. I can see the driveway and then it just drops down.
Yeah, I've such a steep driveway. It's not even. I would say it's a 45-degree angle.
I'd
probably.
say it's probably a nice 20-degree angle.
Yeah. In relation, I'm thinking in relation to 90 degrees, yeah. It would be 45 actually would be impossible. Yeah, it's probably a good 20, 30 degrees.
Oh, I definitely meant a solid 70 degrees. I mean, it's a fucking straight drop to hell.
Me going down and you going up.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, I relate that anyway. This on the
on
work
us being
thing.
sweaty, filthy bitches.
Yeah, on us being sweaty,
Listen,
filthy
that's
bitches
just
who advocate for less showering. But isn't
right.
the thing?
Don't shower.
Okay,
guys.
can we talk about just before the last thing I want to talk about before we end this is what's that whole thing about? Because I've never tried it before. Because I'm lucky
What, showering?
with yeah, I've never tried it. I'm meaning to get to it, but I'm just eh. But
it's on my to-do list.
what I was saying was, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I'm lucky because with my hair, it's the way it's textured and stuff. It's not super greasy or whatever.
Excuse me,
What was
sorry.
that?
There was a ghost tippity tapping on the window.
Oh, that happens. I think it's some weird sensor.
Oh, there is a really strange machine on your wall.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Anyways, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I'm lucky with my hair because it's not it's never been greasy or whatever. You know, some people have to wash their hair a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But what I want to ask is, what's that thing where, like, do you know people say, because obviously shampoo and everything, like, it's artificial chemicals and people didn't have to use that, like, back in the day. And apparently if you, like, isn't that a thing where you, like, if you stop washing your hair with shampoo or just, like, stop washing it, it just starts washing itself because all the chemicals come out?
Huh?
Have you never heard of that?
See, I've heard that, like, you need, like, if you wash your hair very often, that's bad because you need
Yeah,
natural oils to, like, do
Yeah, but
whatever.
apparently if you stop, because if you think of it, it makes sense because we obviously didn't always have shampoo, but apparently if you stop, wait, keep the viewers entertained while I get my phone and look this up.
I was just thinking there about shampoo. The most unfucking necessary product. Such a great product, and I live. Nobody fucking needs dry shampoo. Just take a shower. Know what I mean? Just take a shower. You don't need dry shampoo. Just take a shower.
I've never used dry shampoo. I don't get it. Is it just like you put it in your hair when
Yeah,
it's...
it's actually kind of sickening. It's great, but like you don't need it. You don't need it.
Okay, I'm gonna look this up now because I've heard this before.
I know it's a thing where like if you like wash your hair every day, you'll die.
But I'm talking about like not washing your hair
you'll,
for
like, bleed
weeks.
out.
Apparently, then it starts washing.
Girl, my hair
itself.
was so I bleach my hair sometimes, and it was so dead and frizzed and crispity crunchity hay bale. But then I do this manic thing where I just like grab it and start cutting it with scissors, and ever since then it's been fucking beautifully soft and silky, and it makes me so very happy. Although I cut it way too short and I look like a fucking maniac serial killer with my hair now.
Someone's saying here no one should ever go more than 14 days. Bitch, no, I've heard this before.
You shouldn't go 14 days without washing your
What
hair.
happens if you don't wash your hair for 2 weeks? It can make this scalp. Oh, if you don't wash your hair regularly, it can make the scalp flaky and lead to dandruff. I swear it was like, I guess everyone's head is different, but I swear that it was a thing where, like...
Not everyone's head is different.
Everyone's hair or whatever. I thought it was a thing where, like, if you don't... Because someone's there was saying you have to wash your hair 2 to 3 days. Bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I wash my... No, I don't.
I mean, I shower every, like, 2 days.
I shower, but I don't, like, put shampoo in it.
I do every time.
I wouldn't...
I do,
feel
like,
that's
full
too much.
shampoo
See,
lather,
my
full
hair is very,
conditioner
like...
lather.
Really? See, my hair, I feel like it's very low maintenance, and it's not, like... It's never, like, oily or anything, so I just don't feel the need to put, like, shampoo in it if I
Yeah.
don't want to, because I just don't want to put more chemicals
No,
in
that
it.
makes sense though, because I'm super sensitive about my hair. Like if my hair doesn't if I'm not agreeing with my hair that
Yeah,
day,
I'm
I will
also-
feel so bad
Yeah,
about
that's fair,
myself.
because I do like my hair, but if it doesn't look good, I'm just like, oh, whatever.
There's some days where I'm just like, yeah, I couldn't be arsed, but like more often than not, I'm like, my hair has to look good. If I don't look good, if I look like I've been dragged through the mud a million times, my hair has to.
That's something we have to get into at some point, because I was thinking about a topic I wanted to talk to you about it earlier, but we should talk about a podcast of like self-image and stuff, because I feel like we very like contrasting like views or like different like
Yeah, I
practices
think so.
and stuff, which I think is interesting.
Oh, I think we definitely do have different practices.
Or just like images of ourselves, or like stuff that we care about that the other might not care about, and that
Mhm.
kind of thing. That's for another episode. And speaking of episode, and speaking of ep, and speaking of e, do you know what starts with an e? Ending. And you know what? After an ending, there's another beginning. And
You
after that
can't have
beginning,
end
there's an
without
ending.
friend, or the other way around. You can't have friend without end.
What the
Goodbye.
fuck is that supposed to mean? That's the like most
Did
ominous
you notice
thing
that
ever.
boyfriend always ends in end? Sorry.
That's so stupid.
That's like a 2014 Tumblr.
Oh my god, and
forward
husband
post.
always ends in and because there's room
Adultery
for more. And adultery.
and adultery.
Oh my god, adultery.
adultery.
Drag name?
Drag
Question
name
mark?
Adele, but it's EDEL.
So it's just an
Adele,
Irish
just a
version.
different name.
Anyways, I think that about wraps. I think we really got into our gig with the whole fucking. I like was really, I don't know why, enjoying the conversations we were having for the last like 20
Yeah,
minutes.
me too.
Because I feel like we got into a flow, even though we were talking
Just
about cavemen,
I just
fucking
spat all
and
over.
shampoo. But
Girl, we went from being homophobic and calling people slurs to anemia, cavemen, shampoo.
But anyways, that's the end of this episode. I hope you enjoyed. It will definitely get. I feel like it's probably going to be very like chaotic for the first few episodes because we're just figuring stuff out. But like, we're going to get into our groove of things as it goes along, and we're going to have a lot more like, different like ideas and like different like we were talking about segments and different like themed episodes and guests coming
Guests, I'm so excited for the guests.
up.
We gonna have to get another fucking mic, bitch.
I'm. Yeah.
The guests can buy it.
The guests can fucking buy it themselves. Well, if Mia came on, then
So
she
true.
could just bring her fucking own wine.
No, can we have Mia on immediately? Our best friend Mia's in
Mm.
Glasgow right now, but like, come back.
Come back and we can have her on through the Zoom.
Mia,
But it's like on my phone on the floor, so
Oh my
no one
god,
can
wait,
hear her.
will I FaceTime her on my brand new iPad that I bought with my money because I'm rich?
FaceTime her at the start of the next episode.
Will I?
Yeah.
Will I am?
Well, I am.
William.
And that's who's sponsoring this.
William.
But anyways, yeah, so stay tuned. We're gonna have like a lot of different like stuff coming up and like different episodes and like
We're gonna get into. I feel it coming. We're gonna get into a really good groove of it.
yeah, and like now especially because even
Us sitting here being like, just stay tuned.
no please just like give us a chance.
No,
God,
like, just wait,
God, give us a chance.
I'm begging.
What I was gonna say was as well. It's so much nicer as well this time around because like obviously the first time we were recording or the first time we did a podcast, like the equipment or whatever, like the setup we have now is like stationary mics and whatever, so it's so easy to record.
So much easier.
So much easier. But like the first,
I feel so much more rich.
yeah, the first podcast was like so chaotic to record, and we were always like having to like move stuff and shit and everything.
When we were recording those episodes, I literally would be like lying on the floor on the back of my neck with my legs in the air.
Literally.
And I was like, why am I having a bad time?
Why is the audio so bad as we're like putting the mics up our
literally
ass?
choking on a full entire 12-inch dildo while the mic is at the other side of the room.
God. Anyways,
On that note, thank you guys so much for listening.
yeah, I don't know what like this. By the time you're hearing this should be out everywhere on Apple, on Spotify, on anywhere you listen
Are we
to
putting it on
podcasts.
YouTube?
We are definitely going to put it on YouTube. So if you want to check out the YouTube channel, it should be under It's a Joke Podcast.
It's a joke.
Or It's a Joke Pod.
But is it?
So yeah, leave us something or other. There's so much different like things. Leave a like and smash that like button and also leave a rating
you
or
know
whatever.
that thing that YouTubers do when they're like, if you got to this point, comment a heart emoji
Oh,
underneath. Comment a blue horse emoji and tell me what your IBAN is.
If you got to this point on Apple Podcasts, comment a blue heart emoji.
Yeah. Comment a purple heart emoji. Tell me your story.
My God. But so yeah, let us know what you think. Anyway, bombard us. Oh, go follow. I suppose the other thing as well is if you want to like keep up to date with like what stuff is going, because I feel like we're going to be doing a lot of like fun stuff on the Instagram as well. Because that's going to be like the main page for the podcast and what we're going to be like advertising it and like, you know, just like operating it from, I suppose.
If
so
I end up being horny on main, if y'all see my hole,
I'm gonna deactivate the account.
No, if y'all see my hole, I'll deactivate.
Oh my God, yeah, we'll have to do a quick and short deactivation.
We should get HR.
But go follow the Instagram at It's a Joke Pod. Let me just double check that there.
Do and
again, like I was saying, the endings will get smoother. We're being authentic. We're not
listen.
We're authentically imperfect.
You're never too old to learn.
Yeah, sure.
And if your self-image
that makes
has
sense.
anything to do with your productivity and your goals, you'll reach the stars and do it. Now, did I lie?
I don't know. Yeah, the Instagram is It's a Joke Pod, so if you want to follow that there to keep up to date with like we'll probably be doing like some fun like Instagram like only like themed stuff. I remember last time we did the podcast we did like
polls and shit like that.
Yeah, and like stuff. So like we'll probably do we'll definitely do like a Q&A episode and shit like that. So like we can be
oh my
like
God,
if you want to like get anything
IGTV
interactive as well, I suppose. Like if you want to be like interactive in any way.
And if you want to send me money and presents, I will send you my address. I'm not kidding.
Go follow the Instagram. Go subscribe wherever you're listening if you want to. And
make sure you drink water. Get some fresh air.
Drink your water. Drink your wine.
Look at some plants. Hey, listen, if you're downing a full entire Nagana Smirnoff,
you better go
it,
outside. You better go outside and breathe in the fresh air.
You better go outside, breathe in the fresh air, and talk to some strangers and say, hey.
And that's enough of us endorsing alcoholism. But
legally, if you're under the age of 18, don't.
If you're doing it safely, then go for it. Bestie.
Keep your clothes on, girl.
Anyways, we need to wrap this up or we're just going to keep rambling on.
So true.
But I hope you had a nice time listening.
Yo, I hope you had a nice time
as hell
too.
didn't have a nice time recording.
This one over here looking at me. Oh, gee.
But we'll talk to you in the next episode.
We will. I've been Boots.
I've been Elliot.
Yeah. And we'll see you in the next one.
Woo! Ew. Why did I don't know why I did that. Oh my God.